Last week was our 4th year anniversary special. This means technically this is like our 5th season, our season premiere. And we're pulling out all the stops this week. You know why?
Why would that be? Hey, fellow crappers. It's your old buddy and your old pal, R.D. Reynolds here once again with WrestleCrap Radio. And as always, on the other end of the tin cannon string is the home to my own, Mr. Blade Braxton.
Money.
Did you see him this week? Biggest star Raw's had on there in years.
I must admit I didn't see it. I dozed off.
Macaully Culkin, if you missed it, you better go out of the way and get you a copy of it. Do some tape trading, as we used to say back in the day. Macaulay Culkin, Mr. Home Alone, this week on Monday Night Raw.
What did he do?
He was involved in a skit with Hornswoggle.
Oh, imagine that.
Not a lot of love for Macaulay Culkin and Hornswoggle.
Down. Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Believe it or not, kids, and after that big introduction, now you can understand why we have sponsors. Places you can go visit, places like
Cobra Kai.
They are very, 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 very upset with us. The leader of the Cobra Kai.
Sensei Kreese. Did that guy sweep your leg?
I was begging for him to sweep my leg by the end of 5 days of this. Just to give you an idea, I mean, he's basically just screaming at you, and you would go like, you would ask him a question, okay? Like,
yeah.
Okay, Kreese, Mr. Kreese,
okay.
I don't quite understand. This was this man's reply. I don't know. Did you read? And then, finally on the last day, we had our big test. And he's overseeing me, and I'm working on it for like 45 minutes to get just to the perfect finish. 45 minutes I'm going through. I'm nailing it left and right. Da, 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 da. No problems. And I get to the very last part, and I realize I had missed something. I wasn't quite sure what it was. And that's what I said. I said, dang, I know I'm missing something. And he said the following. You were doing great! And then you failed miserably. And then he just looked at me with total disdain and shook his head. This was what went on for 5 days. And on those rare little breaks we got, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Those rare little breaks. I got to go outside, where it was 115 degrees!
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Our other sponsor. You know what? When it's 115 degrees, it doesn't really matter. .com, proud sponsors of WrestleCrap Radio.
Hello, everyone. This is your Action News reporter with all the news that is news across the nation on the scene at the supermarket. There seems to have been some disturbance here. Pardon me, sir. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, I did. I was standing over by the tomatoes, and here he comes.
Have to tell you about this. This is worthy of a trip to the grocery. There was a chocolate store that had all kinds of wacky things dipped in chocolate. A double-dipped ding-dong.
I'm thinking of a Climax and a Hershey Highway.
That was my big fun. That was my big fun. Horstrolla has lifted the tail. Can't wait to see what's in it this weake. Rumor has it, according to the Horstrolla, one Mickie James, apparently she's been seen out and about with none other than The Big Show.
Now, if I ever end up meeting Mickie James and I am successful in wooing her, it'll be like the equivalent of like crickets being thrown into the Grand Canyon.
Right.
You know, if they were ever to become an item,
yeah.
You know what I think they should be called? Big and beefy. Oh, come on, Mama. That's not like that's filthy or anything.
Oh, she's shaking her head now. I really wish you would quit offending her. I don't have Johnny Six here to pick up all the dishes she's breaking every time you upset her. So much broken china. So much broken many plates and everything else. Things just keep going from bad to worse here at WrestleCrap Radio. Not getting any better either. WrestleCrap Radio.
How you doing, Dave?
Angry Jim Ross. A lot better now that you're calling. I never thought I would say that, but it's a lot better whenever I hear your golden tones, Jim.
Sounds like you're trying to be my friend.
I'm extending the olive branch to you, my friend. My Oklahoma friend.
Ah, fuck yourself. You're running a lot of them websites. You and Blade, you think you're so smart. You're like these guys they call smart marks.
Okay.
You know the only mark I thought was smart in my life?
Mark Madden?
Mark Summers, that guy that used to host that show Double Dare on Nickelodeon.
Now do you watch any Food Network, Jim? I think you would. Mark Summers has a show on Food Network.
Fuck Mark Summers.
I thought you just said you liked him.
I was thinking back to the 80s, back when he used to have 7-year-old kids slipping and falling on whipped cream and getting hit with green slime in the face. You brought back memory when Mark Summers was on there talking about the best barbecue, and the son of a bitch talked about KC Masterpiece and a bunch of other shit and didn't talk about that.
One time I saw Mark Summers, he did a whole special on Mr. Peanut.
I hope you just said Mr. Penis.
I did not say Mr. Penis. I said Mr. Peanut.
That's what I refer to when I see Mark Summers. Mr. Penis. Happy shiny penis, Dick.
Dave Meltzer, not talking about Mark Summers as Mr. Penis this week on Observer Live.
Damn. For the love of God, can't we just get through one segment where you're not lewd or unhappy? Let me tell you something. I got a lot of dickheads fucking with me. They're stomping a mud hole in my ass, metaphorically.
What's going on? Why would people be upset with you, Jim?
Apparently, Johnny Nitro was out there and he did a shooting star press on that horrible show I gotta host, SmackDown.
You don't like SmackDown.
No, I don't.
Okay. So he did a shooting star press. What's wrong with that?
I fucked up and I called it a standing moonsault.
Okay. So what?
A lot of people had to call in and send emails in and correct me.
Wait a minute. Time out. You called. The guy did a standing shooting star press. You called it a standing moonsault, and people corrected you.
Yes. Doesn't matter at this point. I've been on a WWE show for 20 years. I don't give a damn. I could have called it a flip-flop. And you know what? If it's a fucking flip-flop and I say it and it comes out of my mouth, that's what it is, you son of a bitch.
I can't believe people were emailing you to correct you about calling one move wrong. You should be angry, Jim.
Kind of sounds like you got a little bit of experiencing me. Like maybe you guys made a joke about, and they pull something random out of the air. Oh, like some Jake and Jesse Gemini action figures. And you made a joke and everybody corrected on you every fucking time you talked about it.
No, that never happens to us.
Oh, that never happens to you?
Jim?
You never get corrected on something? Well, me and you have this in common, and I think, go fuck yourself.
Oh, Jim!
Jim, that's not appropriate.
I thought we were making progress with him, too.
While Jim happened to mention this, I've got some breaking news.
Okay.
I happened to be at my local Walmart yesterday.
Oh, good. Update.
I took a stroll down the Walmart action figure aisle. The same one that had 4 Jake and Jesse Gemini action figures.
Right.
The first thing that stood out was a Jake and Gemini action figure set. I noticed the other 3 were gone.
What? Oh, man.
I find it impossible to believe that 3 Jake and Jesse action figures have been sold.
WrestleCrap Radio, the longest-running episodic wrestling podcast in the history of planet Earth. Did you see the list that's floating around now of people that they're going to have as the celebrity host? Bob Barker, the Reverend Al Sharpton, Nancy O'Dell of Access Hollywood, and LeBron James. Danny DeVito, if he came to Raw dressed as the Penguin and ate raw fish, Rachel Ray, MC Hammer, Ashton Kutcher, Woody Harrelson, and Regis and Kelly.
Linda for Senate. Only one thing we can do. Move to Mexico.